Hi, it's Conrad here with another edition of 321, and this is the fourth episode in the series on race. And today we're talking about questions. Why? Because people don't ask them anymore, especially when it comes to issues like politics or religion or race. It seems that far too many people are only interested in validating their own opinion and aren't really trying to walk in any shoes but their own. And as a culture, we are definitely worse off because of it. So let's talk about questions for a few minutes, 3 to be exact, and those 3 minutes start right now. So let's jump in. Point number 1, a genuine question elevates another story above our own. I temporarily suspend my way of thinking and do my best to see life through the eyes of the other person. We're essentially asking, what's it like to be you? And then we place ourselves in their story to the best of our ability in order to see from their perspective. When that happens from a genuine heart posture of humility and an openness to learning new things, then we see a bigger picture. And that seeing into another story is critical when it comes to bridging any cultural divide. Point number 2, a genuine question validates the humanity of the other person as much as my own. So not only do I value their story and I try to understand what it's like to walk in their shoes, but I give enough value to them as a person that I'm open to the idea that they may have a better grasp on reality than I do. That when I look through their eyes, I might see the world more clearly than through my own. And that can happen if I don't place as much value on someone else and their journey as I do on mine. And what's increasingly problematic to me as a white person is the pushback I often see and hear from other whites when issues and topics related to race are mentioned. And we'll start exploring some of those specific issues in the next episode. But when these issues are discussed, I see lots of opinions thrown around. I see reactions happening based on one-sided worldviews, and often through the lens of this liberal versus conservative thing. But I don't see much reaching across a cultural or political divide and asking genuine questions with the intent to really learn something from the other person. And it might work good for TV ratings, but it doesn't work well for solving actual problems in actual communities. So when it comes to issues of race, we in the white community have got to ask more questions. We need to have the conversations, read the books and blogs and websites, and watch the videos. We need to ask the questions. The answers are there in the people that we know or have yet to meet, and they're in the mountains of information that have been written about this issue for a very long time. As we mentioned in a previous episode, we in the majority culture, we have to choose to learn about this issue, and we'll never begin to really understand it if we don't learn to ask questions with a heart posture of humility that values the other person's story as much as our own. So here's my challenge for this episode. When it comes to issues like race, if we are not willing to question our own beliefs and ask questions and learn from people different from us, we are part of the problem. There's much that we don't know, and I include myself in that. And just because we don't know something doesn't mean it doesn't exist. There are things happening right in front of us in our own communities that we have no clue about because we are the majority culture and we don't see it unless we try to look for it. We have to ask and be willing to learn, and I hope that describes us. I'm out of time. Thanks for spending some of yours here. I'd be honored if you'd subscribe to the channel and share any videos that you find helpful. If you're watching this on Facebook, there'll be a link above me to take you to the YouTube channel. If I can help you or your organization in any way, you can reach me at cweberspeaking@gmail.com. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope you'll join me again on another episode of 321.